We are very honored to have Doug Pascoe from SEREMS here today. Hi, Doug.
Well, how are you?
Good.
Yeah, it's been a few months, huh? So,
Yeah.
thank you for having me. Just gonna say a few things briefly, but to begin, piggybacking off of what John said. I just want to commend the township and John for this voluntary collection of data. You know, it wasn't that long ago that we had a tornado touchdown in our northern boundaries of Union Township. If we would have had to stage a mass evacuation or other things, it would have been very helpful to identify people that would need additional assistance, whether bed bound, wheelchair bound, or what have you. And I think that this is a critical first step in the emergency management process, and the information can be invaluable for all three facets of public safety. So thank you. And I also would say that it's the first community that we serve that's actively doing it, to my knowledge, and collecting that data online. Basically, I just stopped by to give you, I guess it's an 8-month report, and I did place everything in the packets other than the call matrix, which I handed at the beginning. But basically, we're averaging, I gave graphs that show we're basically averaging just under 70 ambulance runs a month in Union Township. One thing that's always been an issue and a concern for residents is response times. It's exceptionally challenging when you have a community this large and where you could physically be within the geographical boundaries. You could be at Trax Farm and have an accident at Sunoco on 837, and you're 10 minutes away or longer if it's snowing or freezing rain or what have you. Our goal system-wide, we cover 9 municipalities, and we also have a management agreement with Tri-Community out of Monongahela. Our system-wide goal is under 10 minutes. Now, that's not for a broken finger or toe. Those we do not run lights and sirens. We don't jeopardize public risk. But for high priority calls, strokes, heart attacks, things of that nature, under 10 minutes. In 2022, we were over 10.7 minutes in Union Township. There were months it was under, there were months it was more. But through working with the board, working with the Monongahela Police Department, regaining some space over here, we've made an honest effort to be out here as much as possible. And we're responding many times from this site. Our response time on average is now down to 8.44 minutes, which is very comparable with some of our other larger communities like Jefferson Hills and Elizabeth Township. So I'm very proud to state that fact, and also thank the local fire departments and the police who also assist us on some of those high priority calls. And then lastly, you can look over at your leisure, but some people get interested in what type of calls are we dealing with. So I pulled this information out of our EMS charting system that we send forward to the state. Every time we have a patient encounter, we have to fill out a form that's like 12 pages. But basically, some of the calls that are higher than others, we had 44 breathing calls so far this year, 20 chest pains. Another real high one is falls. We responded to 78 falls, but they're all there for the board. If you just wanted to know, how many overdoses you had, that was 6 for the entire year, and you can sort of gauge yourself compared to what you hear from other communities. So that's basically my report in respect to your busy agenda, and if the board has any questions of me, I'd be glad to
Yeah, so do you feel like a lot of the difference in the timing is because in 22 you didn't have a place to house?
That's absolutely it.
So by inviting you back into the township
Absolutely.
I want to say I often come here in the evenings because I work all day, and I always see them out there. They're always real respectful.
And I'm glad to hear that.
I see them there all the time, and a lot of times they're taking off to go somewhere while I'm here.
And one other thing that's driving this down a little bit in respect also that I forgot to mention, we are managing Tri-Community Ambulance, so it's their assets, it's their ambulances, it's their buildings, but it's all SEREMS personnel. It's all our paramedics, our EMTs, our medic command, the whole 9 yards. So if it makes more sense for them to take a call because they're closer, they're going to take it. Mm-hmm. If we're not here and somebody's having a heart attack in Mingo Church and we're 9-10 minutes away and they're 4 minutes, obviously we're giving them those calls. So you're getting not only the closest SEREMS ambulance, but in the whole system with us in Mon City, you're getting the closest ambulance.
Now, I see you have a lot of lift assists.
Yes.
So I wanted to tell people that you're one of the few ambulance services that still kind of do lift assists. So I wish I would have known that when my father was sick, but if you are someone that is a subscriber to SEREMS, and you have someone that is a fall risk, it is so bad to just try to pick them up by their, SEREMS has a lift assist, so they will come and help you get that person up safely rather than harm that person who was a fall risk.
Absolutely.
Like I said, what a valuable thing just in that, because there's so many people that fall and do not get lifted properly and end up
Multiple a
doing
day
multiple.
throughout the communities.
So, I thank you for housing here, I thank you for working with Union Township, and I'm glad you guys are back in that bay, safe
And we're
lives.
glad to be back. Thank you.
Thank you.